In Photon Hypernova, we were introduced to the TCG exclusive archetype called Gold Pride. Now, this was a series of monsters that had a few main deck monsters, a couple of extra deck monsters, spells and trap, and then their main gimmick was being able to special summon themselves from the hand when your life points were less than your opponent's. And this mixed very well with the Punk archetype, as their entire gimmick was paying 600 life points to either search a monster or search a trap card, and they just mixed very well with each other. And I really enjoyed watching a lot of these combos as well. And it was a deck that I was actually very excited to see get more support. And thankfully, with Cyberstorm Access coming out and some Yugi tubers showing the cards, we finally got a look at the next 7 cards that are coming out in Cyberstorm Access. And I gotta say, I really, really love these cards. We got 1 main deck monster, 2 more extra deck monsters, 3 spells, and 1 trap card. And I gotta say, they did very well designing these cards. So we're going to go through these cards and give my overall thoughts and opinions about them. But yeah, I really did enjoy them. So the first card we're going to be talking about is Gold Pride Rollerballer. It is an Earth level 5 attack of 1800 and defense of 16. It's a psychic effect monster. If your life points are lower than your opponent's, you can special summon this card from your hand. During the main phase, quick effect, you can fusion summon 1 Gold Pride fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field as materials. You can only use each effect of Gold Pride Rollerballer once per turn. Now, I'm pretty sure everybody was like me when we first saw this picture. We thought it was going to be maybe like a level 3 for a emergency teleport. Unfortunately, it is not, but hey, it's still a pretty good card. It lets you quick fusion summon during your opponent's turn, and we'll get into that fusion monster because it actually works out very well. And it's a level 5, so you can also do like level 8 synchro summonings if you want to during your opponent's turn, since you have to use Gold Pride with the Leon. And it's pretty nice. I like it. It is a secret rare, so I think that's going to look pretty well. Pretty cool as well. And yeah, I just really do like this card, but mostly because of the fusion monster, which we're going to get into right now. And that monster is Gold Pride Pinballer. It is a Dark Machine Fusion Effect monster, level 9, 3000 attack points, 0 defense points. Its fusion requirements are Gold Pride Rollerballer plus 1 or more Gold Pride monsters. If this card is fusion summoned, you can equip face-up monsters your opponent controls to it up to the number of fusion materials used. You can only use the previous effect of Pinballer once per turn. Also, if your life points are lower than your opponent's, this effect's activation and effect cannot be negated once per turn during the end phase. If the previous effect was activated this turn, return this card to the extra deck, and if you do, special summon 1 Rollerballer from your deck or graveyard. So yeah, I really like this card, mostly because if my life points are definitely going to be lower than my opponent's, especially if you play the Punk archetype, and then you could just equip at least up to 2 monsters your opponent controls to it, and your opponent cannot negate that. Yes, I really do like that, and I do love that the Rollerballer is a quick effect, so you could do this during your opponent's turn, and having this just how it's really nice. I like this. These 2 cards do go very well together, and I really do like it. And next we're going to be going into the Gold Pride Chariot Carrier. It is a water rank 3 Aqua Xyz effect monster with 1900 attack points and 2700 defense points. It is a generic rank 3, so it requires 2 level 3 monsters. You can detach 1 material from this card, add 1 Gold Pride spell from your deck to your hand. Then if your life points are lower than your opponent's, you can send 1 Gold Pride monster from your deck to the graveyard. You can only use the previous effect of Gold Pride Chariot Carrier once per turn. Once per turn during the end phase, if the previous effect was activated this turn, return this card to the extra deck, and if you do, special summon 1 Gold Pride Captain Carrier from your deck or graveyard. So again, really good card. I like this. It's a generic rank 3, so you can run like the Terratop package, or you can even run the Psychic Wielders, and Punks are all level 3s. Most of them are level 3, so this card was just like basically made for that, you know, and being able to search any Gold Pride spell card is really good, considering only Carrier searches the trap card. And what's also cool is that it has the secondary effect of sending a Gold Pride monster from your deck to the graveyard, so that sets up Leon as well, and I think that's just really cool. I like this, and 2700 defense points is actually pretty cool too. I like that. And yeah, overall, good design. I really like this card, and definitely is going to be doing very well when we get to the spell cards. And actually getting to the spell cards, we're talking about the best one that was revealed is Gold Pride Better Luck Next Time. It's a continuous spell card. When this card is activated, you can add 1 Gold Pride monster from your deck to your hand, and if you do, lose life points equal to its attack. If a face-up Gold Pride monster or monsters you control that was special summon from the extra deck returns to the extra deck, except during the damage step, you can draw 1 card. You can only use this effect of Gold Pride Better Luck Next Time once per turn. You can only activate 1 Gold Pride Better Luck Next Time once per turn. This card is just amazing. I love this card. This feels like a custom-made card for some reason that just does everything it needs to do. You search out a Gold Pride, you lose life points, and on top of that, you get to draw a card whenever your extra deck monsters bounce back to the deck and bounce back to your extra deck. I'm sorry. And this is definitely going to be one of your search targets for the carrier. And this definitely defeats the other previous spell card, because with that one, you had to reveal a gold prime monster in your hand. And you had to search a different one. That was like okay, but the Crowd Goes Wild just seems like it's going to be a little bit less usable now that we got this tanky. And I'm fine with that. This card was definitely a knockout, and it's definitely what the deck needed, and I'm very happy that we actually got that. I thought it was going to be a field spell, but I guess Konami realized that we kind of needed the punk field spell, so they decided to just give us a continuous spell card, and I'm fine with that. The next spell card we're going to be getting into is Gold Pride. That came out of nowhere. It is a quick play spell card. It special summons one Gold Pride monster from your hand or graveyard. Then your opponent can special summon one monster from their hand or graveyard to the field, but negate its effects. You can only activate one Gold Pride. That came out of nowhere once per turn. So this card's a little bit interesting, as it is an extender, and that's neat. But your opponent could also special summon a monster out to their field, but thankfully their monster's effect is negated, yours is not, so that's okay. I kind of wish it didn't have that point where you had to your opponent could special summon one. I don't know. If this was just like a common like Reborn, I think that would just been fine. But at least you can special summon from the hand or graveyard, so I like that option as well. And it is what it is. I think this is just going to be like a solid maybe one of in the deck. But let me know what you guys think about this card, because I don't know. I just don't like that whole your opponent gets a little bit of a benefit with this as well. I might be a little bit rougher with that. I mean, I don't know. You can probably just pop their card anyway, so it really wouldn't even matter. So enough of that. Let's get into the next spell card that we're going to be talking about, which is Gold Pride Pedal to the Metal. It's a quick play spell card. Target one Gold Pride monster you control until the end of the turn. It gains 500 attack points. It cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects, and it cannot activate its effects. During the end phase, if a face-up Gold Pride monster or monsters you control was destroyed by battle or card effect this turn, you could set this card from your graveyard. You can only use this effect of Gold Pride Pedal to the Metal once per turn. Yeah, this card is not great. I mean, it does have some cool applications where it is basically just a power gain. It protects your monsters, and the neat interaction with this is that if you use this to your extra deck monsters after you already use the effect of your extra deck monster that you targeted for, it does not bounce back to the extra deck, which is kind of cool, because if you did it for the Leon Synchro monster and you popped an opponent's monster, you activated this, it does not go back to the extra deck. So when it comes to your turn, you can pop another one of their monsters if you wanted to, and that's kind of neat. But again, it's not really that great, so I don't know if people will be playing this card in the deck. It's neat, but I don't think it's really going to be necessary in deck profiles. The next card we're going to be getting into is Gold Pride. It's neck and neck. It is a normal trap card. Target one Gold Pride monster you control or one Gold Pride card in your graveyard except itself. Return it to the hand. If your opponent controls a monster with a higher attack than your life points, you can banish this card and one Gold Pride monster from your graveyard. Special summon one other Gold Pride monster from your extra deck that mentions that banished monster's name. You can only use each effect of Gold Pride. It's neck to neck once per turn. Yeah, this card is not really that great. I guess Recursion's cool, but the Grave effect, if your opponent has a monster whose attack points is higher than yours, that's rough. I can't really imagine us using that Grave effect. It's not really that great, but it's a recursion, I guess. But I just don't see this card being used that much. But overall, the other support is good. The other last two were not, in my opinion. But I really did like this wave of support. It was really good. I think they got what they needed. I know we didn't get like a field spell or anything, but like I said earlier, we got the punk field spell, so I felt like we kind of needed to have that a little bit more just to draw two cards. And who knows, maybe we'll get even more support when the OCG gets these cards. We'll probably get at least one card. That seems to be the track record with OCGs, making like exclusive. I'm making a support for TCG exclusives. They only do one card per set. So whenever they do the Goatee support, we'll eventually get the Gold Pride probably, unless they decide to skip that all together, just go straight to Gold Pride. That'd be hilarious. But yeah, I really did enjoy this support. I'm very interested to see if this archetype is going to take off as a rogue deck, and it has a lot of interruptions. So it doesn't have a bunch of negates, which is fine. It has a lot of interruptions, and I think that's going to work out very well. Imagine playing against a Cashier deck. You're just popping their level 7 monsters or equipping their level 7 monsters, because if they special summon out the, I forgot what the card was, the heart that special summons from the hand, if they control the Cashier, you can fusion summon and then equip both of those monsters to it, and then basically kind of leave your opponent boardless. That's kind of cool, and I like it. I really do like this support, and it was definitely what Gold Pride needed, and I'm just very, very hopeful that this deck is actually going to take off once Cyberstorm Access does come out, and someone's just going to like, I don't want to say like top, or it'd be awesome if they top. I'm not going to lie. It would be amazing if they top. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this archetype. Do you guys think that they got what they needed, or do you think we needed a lot more stuff? I think it's perfectly fine, and you do still have to play with the Punk engine. I know some people wanted this to be a pure deck, but that just seems like it's not going to be the option for TCG exclusives. I mean, when Dangers came out, they obviously didn't do anything when they were a pure Danger deck, you know? So it just seems like TCG exclusives are just going to be mix and match with other decks, other engines and stuff like that. And I'm fine with that. I am absolutely fine with that. This seems really good. I am very hopeful that it'll do very well and take off whenever, whatever the format is going to be like. So enough of me rambling, guys. I want to hear your thoughts and opinions about this archetype now that everything is out. Do you think it's good? Do you think it's bad? Do we need more stuff? And if we do get one more card, what would you like to see be made for this engine? And yeah, with that, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you did like it. Please hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe to the channel for more upcoming content. And with that, guys, I'll see you all in the next video.